And joining us now here from Istanbul is Libyan journalist Johr Ali. He hails from Derna, the epicenter of the devastating floods, and can give us crucial insights on the humanitarian situation there. Johr, good to have you here with us on TRT World. Now, since you are from Derna, help us understand how is it like over there right now, and how did Derna used to look like prior to the floods?
Well, Derna was the city of beauty in Libya. It was well known of the city of waterfall, the city of beautiful mosques, the city of that beautiful valley that has eaten the city. Sadly, right now, the situation is very complex since the crisis has so many levels. The crisis has many dead bodies right now, thousands of them under the wreckage and into the sea, under the mud, actually. And we have another crisis concerning the people who survived this event. We have almost 100,000 people living in Derna. Almost 30,000 of them was affected directly by the floods. But also we have another people who survived. Those people right now don't have access to clean water, don't have much food. The only food that comes from help from other cities in Libya and from foreign countries. But right now, the situation is still very bad concerning the humanitarian level with the people who survived. And we are still hoping to find more people who survived the wreckage inside the center of that mud, of that flood. Since yesterday, we have heard the news of a family that consists from 5 people that were saved by rescue teams on ground. So we are still hoping to find more people still alive under the wreckage.
Indeed, the search and rescue operations are still underway, although officials are saying that the chances of finding any more survivors are very low. But certainly this is a long operation. Now, Johr, let me ask you, what are some of the most immediate needs of flood victims?
Well, whenever I ask someone on the ground, since my family and friends and all the people that I know are on the ground right now, whenever I ask them, when I go into media, what should I say? What do you need? They say we need water and food. Those are urgent needs. We need them consistently. We are talking about tens of thousands
Johr,
of
if I may interject here, do we know what's the situation with international aid that has been sent to Derna? Has it arrived over there yet?
Well, it arrived, but the problem is with the coordination on the ground. Since the crisis had not been expected, and the state of Libya has 2 governments, and we have difficult situation on ground, whenever the aid arrives on ground, people don't know how to distribute it in a good way. So many people don't have access to that aid. We have seen loads and loads of trucks from everywhere in the world and inside Libya that goes to Derna. That seems to be enough, but when it comes to Derna, some of them disappears. That's what people are saying on ground. Some of them go to other places, maybe some of them are taken by force, and sadly, so few gets into the people's hands. When we talked about that on the media consistently, the situation is now better concerning the aid going to people, but still we have loads and loads of trucks that we don't know where did they go, especially the international aid that goes into the city, since even the Red Crescent in the city has been affected and many of them died, and they don't have leadership right now on ground. And
right.
Since the situation don't have a room that arranges all that help and where it should go and how it should go and so on. So we are in a mess, and people are still in need of clean water, food, medicine, field operative hospitals. They need every and each kind of help. Whenever I ask them, what do you need the most? They say we need everything.
Right, so food and water remain the utmost priority.
Yes.
When it comes to aid for flood victims. Now, Johr, I've just been told by my producer that your family is still in Derna. Have you heard from them? How are they doing? And what are your personal thoughts on this?
Well, let me be clear about that. Derna is a small city. We have extended families there. I was lucky enough for the sake that my family was living in one of the neighborhoods that was affected less by the floods. So all my direct family members were alive. But right now I'm talking to you here in Istanbul, since I'm a journalist and I have a fellow journalist that I'm with him in his apartment right now, and he lost all his family members. including his mother and father and sister and brothers and wife and small baby. That's the condition of the most of the people there. We have lost so many relatives that we can't even count them. It has been like 6 days since the event, and until this hour, we keep hearing about our relatives and our colleagues in the university and our friends in the neighborhood who keep being showed that they are dead by taking their bodies from underground. The neighborhood that was affected is in the center of the city. It's the oldest neighborhood in the city, and that caused it to be the most populated and inhabited neighborhood in the city. That's why we have so many casualties. We are talking about numbers that may reach in the next few days more than 20,000. We are talking about maybe who were resident there. We are talking about big buildings of 8th floor. We have a building that consists of more than 50 families living in it, and until now we can't find it. It was taken and thrown by the flood into the sea. So we have tens of thousands, maybe, of more dead bodies inside the sea, and we can't even get them from there. A friend of mine on the ground said that diving teams are so few that they can't go under the sea to get the people from inside, not only the buildings, from inside their rooms that are closed. They were sleeping at night at 2 or 3 a.m., and then suddenly they found themselves dead in the sea. That's the situation that's happened. And that's such a catastrophic that needs immediate international help that is consistent, that is not a trend for only few days. We need consistent help, like the help that is provided by Turkey right now, as we are hearing that 2 ships arriving today to Libya through Tobruk port that has trucks and that has operational field hospitals and so on. We need that kind of help of every country that can provide it, because Libya can't handle it alone.
Johr, this is a tragedy which is very difficult to describe in words. My heart goes out to your family members, and stay strong. Thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the time.
Thank you.